Ah, well, welcome back, world. You know what day it is, you know what time it is, you know exactly what this is. If you've been following with this, you know what time it is. Urban Hippie here, once again on a fine, what is this, Tuesday to me. This is a Tuesday evening to me here in Mena, Arkansas, ready to get set on my next episode of Diary of the Urban Hippie. Hoping you guys are ready to join me on this fine excursion. Hoping you guys are ready to laugh. Hope you guys are ready to get some meaning out of it. Hope you guys are ready to figure out something to do with it. Whether you hate it, whether you like it, whether you love it, it's all the same to me, man. It's just here. I'm still doing it. We are on the way to episode number 6. Holy crap. Can't believe it. Really excited. Ready to get underway. So without further ado, no BS. Let's take it away with episode 6. These are... eventually I'm going to learn the titles to these episodes before I post them. Some about what CF is and prank phone call. I know the second part of it because that's my favorite. Start it. What is up, world? This is part 7, 8 of the documentary on Chris Kuski, yours truly. 6, but who's counting? Besides me. And not doing so good. Not doing so good. Feeling like crap. Someone's still not doing their treatments. And I was asked to videotape myself in this condition because, it gives people an idea of what we really go through. Of who goes through what? White people? This is what it's like to have CF. It's another one of those episodes. Okay. I could have sworn we just got through with this, though, on last episode. Oh, well. It's something that you can't see, and it's something that you can't understand. Sounds like my last ex. Only difference is I could see her. I just couldn't understand her. She was a mute. Those people are hard to understand. You ever had a conversation with one before? It's like so much movement going on. It's just hard to follow along. I'm going to start playing a game every time I watch these videos. It's going to be called How Many Times Does Chris Take a Sigh Before He Speaks? There's already like 3 right there. It basically feels like you're continuously drowning.
Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital. I feel like a fish with no water.
With those, nonstop, all day, all night, can't get sleep. Well, remind me never to have you as a roommate then. The first night of that shit, I'd smother you with my pillow. Sorry, love my sleep. Don't feel good. Don't want to do anything. Can't get out of bed. Don't want to dress yourself. Don't really want to do anything. Well, in hell, go naked then. I mean, shit, there's a reason God gave us our flesh clothes. It's okay to show them off every once in a while. Just not at schools, churches, or your typical restaurants. Unless it's a really nice one, then you might want to go all out and just show it all. But be sure you shave first. Be classy with that shit. Because you have no energy. Well, then let me show you why you might need to look into taking some speed. Man, you ever seen anybody move like that before? But now, I don't condone drug use or anything like that, and I've also been informed by certain people that I should also show you the side effects to taking said drug. So now, let's look at the serious part of it and show you why it's probably a bad idea to take that speed.
Carlton, listen, something terrible has happened, man. Come on, I gotta get you to the hospital. Why? This is the greatest night of mine. Carlton! Yo, Carlton, man.
But every time I do breathe, my chest cracks right here. And by cracking, I basically mean wheezing. I'm wheezing, but the chest cracks every time I'm breathing. which, irritates my breathing and causes me to want to cough even more. You don't want to get out of bed. Right now, I'm feeling very lightheaded. I'm feeling very weak. I'm feeling very tired. I'm not getting a lot of oxygen in my lungs right now. And eventually here, within the next week or so, I'm probably going to be going back in the hospital for another wonderful 2-week stay, including a tune-up and a pick line of my choice. Yeah, right. And all the food you can eat, and all the nurses you can meet. Aside from the pick line and the 2 weeks, it really doesn't sound that bad. Some of the nurses over there are looking pretty fine. I was asking for that special sponge bath. Never really get it, though. A little room, it's so small that it eventually starts closing around you and starts feeling smaller and smaller every day. Which by the time the first week's over, you're wondering, is the second week going to ever get here? Is the second week going to be finished? Can I just go home? It gets tiring. Time and time again, having to go into the hospital nonstop. Well, you want to know an easy way to, skip out on all that? Well, tell anybody. Do your treatments. Which, by the way, I'm starting to do now. 3 times a day. Like a good boy. Just so I can maybe have a few more weeks of breathing easy again. No, I don't. Why don't you entertain us and tell us what you know? A few days ago, I got to thinking. Man, what's wrong with you? Don't you know that's bad for your health? I got extremely angry, very upset. And right there, that's why it's bad for your health. That's why I don't think. That's why also a lot of reasons why I make stupid decisions. Oh. Yeah, a lot of my friends. A lot of them smoke. Like 90% of my friends that I know smoke. And I ask myself why. Why do you want to destroy your lungs when you have perfectly fine lungs? You have nothing wrong with you. Why do you want something to be wrong with you? You've got healthy lungs, you can breathe, you can run, you can go and do whatever the hell you want, whenever you want. You ain't got to go in the hospital every other month. You ain't got to, feel like you're suffocating time and time again. So why? I ask you, why do you feel the need to smoke? Because most of them are dumbasses. When I'm over here, just trying to breathe, just trying to make it through another day, I don't smoke. But I have smoker's lung. I have the shittiest lungs in the entire world because of my CF. And I look at my friends day after day, and granted, they have a lot of shit that they have to go through every day, a lot of rough things. But why smoke? Why destroy your body? Why destroy something that was given to you that was perfect, when I was given something that can't even function? It sucks that the hardest thing I can do every day is just try and breathe. It's a full-blown job. It is a full-blown job just to try and do that. Smokers disgust me. Smokers piss me off. Smokers sadden me. Smokers disappoint me. Because you're choosing that option. I didn't have a choice. I wish I did. I wish I was able to wake up one morning and say, you know what? I don't want this. This isn't for me. Just take it away. Just go and, take it back from wherever it came from. I didn't have a choice. You do. For anybody out there that doesn't have CF, you have a choice. You don't have to smoke. You can stop right now. You're ahead in life. I'm not. I'm not doing so good. But you just out there smoking away, inhaling that poison, inhaling that sickness, that disease, that death. And don't get me wrong, I go under a lot of stress day after day, Time and time again, I go through stress you couldn't even imagine. You're not alone. Don't think that just because, you're going through things, you don't think that people could understand that you're so special. Because you're not. It happens to everybody. The difference is deciding on whether or not how you're going to handle the situation. If you're going to be stupid and destroy your body, or if you're going to try and tackle it head on. You may want to look cool for your friends. Do I look cool? Do I sound cool? I don't even smoke, but I've got smoker's lung. I have people that smoke around me 24/7, and this is what happens. This is what happens when people smoke around me. Although I will defend a lot of my friends, a lot of them have stopped smoking around me. A lot of them actually take the initiative to either go outside away from me, or if we're in a car, they'll actually put their cigarette outside the window and, kind of hang outside the window smoking it. So they're getting better. They're getting better. Now, is it worth it? Do you have someone out there that you know that has cystic fibrosis, this disease that we're fighting through every day just to try and live another day, breathe another minute? If you do, and you're smoking, then look at this. This is what they go through behind closed doors. A lot of them will never show you what we really go through, how we really are, because we're too stubborn. We're stubborn. We're too stubborn. Also, a lot of them just don't want to make it known. Some are shy, some are embarrassed. Some of them go through a lot worse shit than I do. He does. Well, we'll say I do right now. It's kind of been like going through a serious moment right now, so that's why I'm not really fucking around too much. I kind of figured from the last episode I was watching, and it just seemed like I was screwing around way too much in serious spots. So I figured this time around to actually let my serious side come out with small little interludes by yours truly. I know I am. I have too much pride to really show people what I go through every day. This is a hidden disease. Something you can't see. Certainly something that you can't hear. I go through the store or a gas station or a restaurant, and I've got this cough 24/7. And people look at me like I'm sick, like I'm contagious. Don't want to be around me. They judge me before they even know what I'm really going through. And it hurts. It really hurts. I've gotten used to it over the years, but it still really hurts, A lot of my friends joke around saying, when you die, I'm going to get this. When you die, I'm going to get that. Or they'll make jokes about my CF, and that's fine. I've gotten used to it over the years. But there was a moment there where that really bothered me, A moment there where I felt like complete and utter garbage. That my friends, my close friends that I consider brothers, that I would put my life on the line for, can joke about that shit. And you can just stand there and joke about what I go through every day when you don't even understand half of what I go through every day. You don't even know the half of it. If you could take my place for just one day, you can't have kids, you can't barely walk from your bedroom to the shitter, you can't do the simplest tasks without being completely out of breath. If you could take one day and be in my shoes, I guarantee you'd never joke about it ever again, because it's hard. I've gotten used to the joking, though. I've gotten used to the ridicule. I've gotten used to the looks. I'm 23 years old, and every day I'm lucky enough. I'm fortunate to be 23. My goal this year is to be 24. Which I am now, by the way. Sunday, I got 24 on 24, man. Big moment for me. It's a big moment. Really cool. Not really. It's just another day to me. But, reached 24. Now I'm heading to my next goal of 25. So that's not going to have the same effect, though. 25 on 24. Next year's goal is to hopefully reach 25. I swear, this dude's a fucking mind reader, man. I'm finally going to try and adopt a kid. I don't know if it's the right choice or not. I honestly feel like it is. I feel like I deserve at least a moment there to where I can at least raise somebody and teach them what I've been taught. Try and teach them the best that I can how to handle adulthood and how to handle and survive. Well, that kid's screwed. I feel like I deserve that much from what all I go through. But it scares me thinking, will I be around that kid's entire life? and I can't even answer that? That I have to be ready, have to choose my friends and who's going to be a godfather to my child before I even choose him? Because I'm not even sure if I'm even going to make it to next year. This is some of the stuff I go through. I'm not looking for a sob story. I'm not looking for your sympathy. I don't want it. I don't want your emotion. I don't need it. I've gotten by my entire life without it. I've gotten by my entire life with that ridicule, that joking, the looks, the worry. I'm just saying that you all need to realize the next time you're out in the public and you see somebody that's moving around real slow and you hear that cough, before you start judging, before you start thinking, oh, that's another sick person, you better step away, think about it. Are they really that sick person, or are they one of us?
One of us, one of us, gooble gobble, google gobble, one of us, google gobble, google gobble.
I'm sorry. I had to. I saw my moment. I've known a lot of people so far that haven't been able to make it past their 25th birthday, and it sucks. I've known a 16-year-old that died. She never got a full life. I've known an 18-year-old. He never got a full life. 32-year-old left 2 kids behind and his wife. It's rough. To this day, I still remember every single one of those people. I remember the first time I met them, and I remember the last time I talked to them. It sucks losing people like that, especially at those ages and under those circumstances. It's rough having to be introduced to death at such a young age, knowing what death is at such a young age, and having in your memory the entire time you're alive. When you go to bed at night, you wonder, is this it? Am I going to wake up in the morning? And when you wake up in the morning, the first thing in your mind is, I'm still alive. Well, you got to enjoy your life even more, man. Well, you got to appreciate every day. Don't take that shit for granted. Been doing that a lot lately. Took life for granted for quite a while. See how I was then. See how I am now. Don't take that shit for granted anymore, man. Can't. You do, and you're just wasting it. Just wasting the days that you're given. Can't do that. I'm still alive. Damn right. Will I be tomorrow? My money says you will be. I don't know. Cherish your life. Try and live it to the fullest that you can. Do what makes you happy. Get out there. Start fighting for it. I guarantee you're probably healthier than I am, and I'm still fighting for it. I'm fighting for it every day. Days I don't want to. Days I'd rather just call it a day and just throw in the towel, but I can't do that. Can't do that. I wish I could, but I can't. So if you're out there and you're trying to find some motivation just to... You're trying to find some motivation just to get up and start following your dreams, well, here it is. Let me be your motivation. Don't let your life go to waste. Don't be 25 with no job, no kids, no family, no future, and you're wondering what happened. Get out there. You got your opportunity. Don't let your 20s slip by. Don't let your 30s slip by. Start focusing on it. Unfortunately, our generation has been growing up in a generation where we think the world owes us something, but does it really? I used to think that way. I used to think the world owed me everything. But then I had to stop and think. I've got a house, I've got a car, days I have my health, I'm still alive. Can't really ask for much more than that, can you? If you do, you just greedy, and I like it. Be grateful for what you have. The world doesn't owe you anything. In fact, you owe it. You owe it your everything. Everything. So take your opportunity while you have it and don't let it slip by. Because opportunities don't come every day. I'm tired. tired and lightheaded. I'm gonna go to bed here in a few. But this is what it's like. This is cystic fibrosis. This is the face. This is the breathing. This is the disease for which we fight with no cure so far. Hopefully someday they'll find one. But for right now, we're on our own, out there every day in the battlefield. Just trying to survive. What about you? Are you trying to survive? Or have you already called it quits? Because I haven't. If I can do it, CF, you can do it. Keep rocking on, keep fighting. Until my next video, I'm out. Well, no doubt about it, the first part of that video was extremely deep. You know, a lot of meaning behind it. Hell, there was parts where I couldn't even really joke about anything in it. Realizing that, you know, most of that was kind of inspirational for a lot of people out there if they needed it. And you can't really fuck with inspiration. If you do, then you're like a level of asshole that even I can't compete with. So if you're doing that, keep on doing it, buddy. Me, I couldn't. Now we go on to the next segment. You know, this one's going to be a shorter part of our second part of this episode, which is just a prank call that we did. It was about 1 week later after this last, you know, clip that you just saw that I filmed. So 1 week later, here we are, prank call. Hope you guys enjoy.
I tell the camera the plan.
All right. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to call Wendy's. We're about to tell them the bad news that I just got a call from Mr. Ronald McDonald himself, and apparently he gave me AIDS. You know, out of all the mascots for the food chains, McDonald's, Burger King, I realized I screwed up. I wasn't thinking realistically. I was thinking immaturely. If I was thinking realistically, I should have called Wendy's and told them that I got AIDS from a Subway's mascot, Jared. So I need to inform her. And then after we're done informing her, I'm going to have to let her know that I got to call somebody else. And it's not going to be good. But I got to tell her that I also got to call the Colonel and tell him that he was finger-licking good. And that he's got to get himself checked too. Now it's not going to be pretty or good. And you're not going to like it. But it's going to be funny as fuck. So...
Hold up, you gotta come up with a name, you know that, right?
This is the STD fast food. Fast food STDs. See, now that I've had more time to think about it, you know, I should have came up with something more creative, like, does this chili look infected to you? Or, that's not a rash, that's the secret sauce. The fast food scare.
Huh.
Alright. Yes, this is Wendy's.
Yeah.
Hi, look. I just got a call from Ronald McDonald, and you should probably go and get yourself checked out and tested. He just informed me that he probably just gave me AIDS. I know this is going to be very hard to handle, but I'm about to have to call Colonel Sanders and let him know that he was finger licking good, and that he probably needs to get himself checked out too. So, you know, we can't keep going like this. I'm sorry.
Damn, you didn't even give her a chance to respond to nothing.
All right, do we got KFC's number?
No.
Damn. The shit I do when I'm bored, right? Anyways, well, that's the end of this episode. Episode 6. It's in the book. Hope you guys are enjoying. Hope you guys are liking, man. I enjoy every moment of it. I really do. Like I said, as you can tell, this episode was slightly serious. Last one was pretty serious too, when you think about it. After all the, BS and all the talking that I did throughout most of it, it was actually pretty serious. But this one, though, I couldn't mess with. Couldn't do it. Just couldn't put my heart into, messing around with that one, especially when I was watching and really understanding the feels that I was getting from it. So, some of them are going to be serious, some of them are going to be funny. Obviously, not all of them are going to be the ha-ha laughter, slapstick that you guys are used to and wanting. But hey, next episode could be funny, next episode could be serious, next episode could be anything. You never know. I don't even know what the next episode is going to be. I'm literally just going from my list that I have. I go from the bottom, and I'm working my way to the top. Like any good person, any good businessman, you work your way from the bottom and get yourself up to the top, man. And that's the way we're doing it. So who knows what the next one's going to be. I do know, though, that it's going to be next week. Hoping you guys are liking them. Hoping you guys are enjoying them. Share them. Tell people about them. I need this stuff to get out, man. I need it to spread far and wide. Much like the STDs that were mentioned in the prank calling. The gift that keeps on giving. Me. Till next week, though. You guys know the usual. I don't think I have to really say it to you guys. I'm pretty sure you can memorize it from all the other episodes you watched. So in that case, peace.